As the man gradually comes into his own as the master of his seed, things will change. This is when the woman, our divine goddess, can really shine in all her beauty and glory. Then she can fully bloom as the beautiful lovemaker she is by nature. For when the man can manage his semen, lovemaking becomes an act of sexual equals rather than the one-way flow of semen from man to woman that was the case before the transition to tantric sexual relations. Once the stage of self-sufficiency of staying power in the man is reached, then cultivation of sexual energy can proceed much more actively, creatively, and blissfully. It should be mentioned that as a man becomes proficient in using the hold-back method, it becomes possible for the woman to be stimulated to multiple orgasms. Having multiple orgasms is a natural capability in the woman. It assures that no matter what happens, she will still be soliciting the semen from her partner and enjoying every minute of it. Is feminine orgasm a regenerative process, a yogic process, and are multiple orgasms spiritually healthy for women? There is some loss of prana in feminine orgasm, and some loss of ability to climb to successively higher levels of divine ecstasy as a woman has multiple orgasms in tantric sex. Clearly, feminine orgasm is much less of a pranic drain than masculine orgasm is. But are multiple orgasms in the woman part of tantric sex? Perhaps many feminine orgasms will eventually add up to the same pranic loss as one masculine orgasm. Maybe it is a stage the woman must go through when she finds herself with access to unlimited orgasms through the hold-back method. Then, perhaps after a period of time, she will settle into pre-orgasmic sex with her partner, with his cooperation and loving help. It is in her best interest spiritually to do so, just as it is in the man's best interest to stay in front of his orgasm. So the pendulum can swing back, and tantric lovemaking can evolve to become a means for both partners to stay in front of their orgasm, climbing the stairway to heaven together, higher, higher, higher. In advanced tantric sex, the woman's role can flower fully to the natural and powerful coaxing of the seed that is her gift in sexual relations. No longer does she have to be so concerned about her partner developing his staying power. He has done it already. Of course, she remains mindful of the principles of Tantra, making sure they are being applied. If her partner is in principle, preserving and cultivating sexual energy, the woman can use every means she has to draw the seed out. He will know how to dance with her while preserving the semen within himself. This balance enables the two lovers to dance the night away, climbing the stairway of ecstasy in a delightful and natural fashion. It is all about lovemaking, then, tantric lovemaking that leads them higher and higher as the cultivation of sexual essences goes upward within them. Under these circumstances, the woman may find herself becoming motivated to strengthen her sexual charms with Kegel exercises and other means that will enhance her abilities to stimulate her partner in tantric sexual relations. So, for the sexually active woman, enhancing her already formidable sexual capabilities may become more important as she enters into more advanced tantric sexual relations. On the other hand, for tantric lovers who have been at it a long time, it can take another course. As progress in yoga practices and tantric sexual relations reach maturity, the lovemaking never stops inside the two partners. Then a glance, a smile, a touch, a kiss, a hug, is all it takes to keep the divine lovemaking moving inside. Then the partners may join in tantric sex only occasionally, or maybe never. The great Indian sage, Ramakrishna, was a married man, but it is believed he never made love physically to his wife. Instead, they worshipped each other as incarnations of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Whatever the style of lovemaking turns out to be in the end, advanced tantric sex is a very free state of relationship that is consistent with the highest spiritual attainment. Before the state of advanced tantric sexual relations is achieved, there is a natural imbalance between the man and the woman that exists for the purpose of reproduction and the survival of the species. Before Tantra comes in, sex is primordial, concerned only with assuring reproduction. After Tantra comes in, sex becomes spiritualized to a higher state that is concerned with both reproduction and the eternal joining of pure bliss consciousness, the seed, and divine ecstasy, the womb. The inherent imbalance in non-tantric sexual relations is at the root of the difficulties that have existed in the relationship between men and women for thousands of years. When men feel inferior in the love act in relation to the woman, they tend to try and compensate by dominating women in other ways, trying to control their huge feminine sexual power. This is one reason why women have been held down in many societies over the centuries. Men harbor a deep subconscious fear of women. Men are not fundamentally to blame for this, and neither are women. It is a phenomenon that has its roots in our immature biological and neurological processes. As the processes of the nervous system evolve to a higher level of functioning, more equality in sexual relations arises, and the subconscious fears and aggressions gradually disappear. This will be one of the fringe benefits of this new age of enlightenment, a balancing of the sexual energies that flow between men and women. There will be more honor, more integrity, more respect, and much more love. Women will receive much more of the deep reverence they deserve. It is happening already. Shiva and Shakti, the Eastern metaphors for our masculine and feminine polarities, are neither superior nor inferior to each other. Both are equal polarities joining everywhere in the great expanse of life, reaching from unmanifest pure bliss consciousness to the heights of divine ecstasy throughout creation. Through the union of these two polar energies, the birth of oneness is occurring in us and everywhere. When we directly experience the polarity of every atom as an ecstatic union of the omnipresent divine lovers, then we know the truth about life. We know that it is all bliss, all love, all oneness. The woman's role in this is on every level of existence, from the beautiful feminine being sitting in front of her man to the dynamic force of creation constantly coaxing every atom in the cosmos outward in its ongoing existence. What we see everywhere is the divine goddess at play, and that is the woman's role in Tantra.